Good morning, all. It's Sarah Kay, and today I wanted to talk about communication, and actually a specific point around communication. So, I just got back, some of you already know, I just got back from a weekend trip in Miami, and I had a layover, and I'm from Seattle. So, I had a layover in Newark on the way there, and a layover in Houston on the way back, an extended layover. Um, and so, I got to listen to a lot of people talk. A lot of people talk, and a lot of people have like full on conversations, groups of people, two or more, how that goes. And I had a thought as I'm listening to all of these people. I feel like, and as someone who's spent a lot of time practicing communication, effective communication, and learning about it and researching it and helping others with communication as well, what I found by listening to everybody is I think that the average person communicates selfishly. And I think that that results in a lot of the miscommunications and just kind of botched jobs, botched communication jobs, is that we communicate selfishly. I mean, think about it. The real point of communicating, right, is you're trying to get a message to somebody. That's the point, right? You're trying to tell them something, and there's probably an action on the end of that, some other sort of goal just past that that you're trying to get to, some intention or something like that. But a lot of times when we think about how we're going to communicate something to someone else, what we're thinking about is, what do I want to say? What words do I want to use? How do I want to sound to myself when I say this to this other person? Or what do I want to express? What feelings am I feeling about this situation that I want to express? And that's pretty selfish when you consider the whole point of communication is getting a message to somebody else, right? You really should be thinking about how is that person going to receive me? What does that person want to hear? And you don't always know what that is, but that should be the focus of your mindset when you are prepping to communicate with somebody. And this has sort of become relatively second nature for me just through sheer practice and repetition, wanting to communicate with somebody who honestly thought completely differently than I did. I couldn't say, what do I want to hear? How would it make sense to me? I had to figure out how it would make sense to them if I wanted them to understand what I was saying. And that's really what it's all about. So if you don't know, like if you're talking to a stranger, I talked to a bunch of people that I never met before this past weekend, including at the airport, not just at the company event that I was at. And when I didn't know that person, but I wanted to communicate something to them, I was just honest, and I wasn't too picky about my word choice because I made sure that my emotions were showing through in my body language and in my face and in my tone. Because as everyone knows, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. That's a big part of it anyway. And so by being really authentic and really transparent in my intentions through those other cues, not just words, I was able to communicate to total strangers something that it's hard to communicate to anybody sometimes. Um, just emotion. I'm sorry, or I'm here for you, or, I want to help. I want to help you. That's hard. Anyway, so as an action item for people who are watching this and want to improve on their communication, whether it's to your friends or to your family or at work or something like that, stop being selfish. You're not talking. Well, maybe you are. You're not talking just to hear yourself talk, unless you are. When you're talking to somebody else, though, you're talking to communicate something to them. So really focus on that. Really focus on what you want them to receive, and be authentic in that. So that's what I have for today. That's what's been on my mind. And if you're interested in more advice on communication and psychology and all sorts of other fun things, please check out my blog, www.awesomesarahk.com. There's a link right below, and you can check out more of what I have to say. So that's all. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.